still in that car. I would have thought he would jump out of that as soon as possible. Sometimes you get dazed and it's much easier to catch your breath and sit there. Thankfully, we see him vacate the machine now.
Well, if what they were looking for was another yellow to get them to the finish of the race, here on the 145th lap, indeed it is yellow, as Mario Andretti and Scott Goodyear get together on the front straight. Let's go to Jan.
Well, Paul, a quick update as to whether we will see cars on pit road. We just heard from the Penske crew that they would not come in unless they had 5 laps of yellow. Well, now they have gotten exactly what they wanted, and that is there'll be at least 5 laps of yellow. What that means is they can make it all the way to the end of the race, but like you said, if Emerson Fittipaldi may have gone through some debris, do they risk it? Do they keep track position and keep him on the track, or do they bring him in and check the tires? That's got to be a really tough decision to make. So again, everybody should now be able to make it to the end on fuel economy, but do you check your tires or stay out?
I don't know that that's that hard a decision. Let's remember that Emerson Fittipaldi assumed the lead of the race on the mile at Phoenix after his teammate Paul Tracy caught the wall. And in doing so, he crashed as they came back to green. Now here is the yellow.
Watch how close this gets here. Emerson's wheel, look. Turns in, almost locks wheels with Matt Schuster, and then pulls away.
Very close indeed as they walk Mario back after that yellow flag comes out that put both Mario Andretti and Scott Goodyear out of the fight. We'll be back.
I was right behind him when he started to spin. I know the feeling, know where to go, right?
2 champions sharing a winning formula. Haviland Formula 3.
Very unpleasant on an oval, I'd think. Some people just can't get it right. Even at Indy? Oh, especially at Indy.
Complete professionals who rely on the same complete protection you can buy right off the shelf. Haviland Formula 3 motor oil from Texaco.
Perhaps I should follow you then. Not a bad idea, Nigel.
Here's one way to make your all-purpose vehicle a true all-terrain vehicle. Here's another, the Goodyear Wrangler GSA with triple traction. It's like getting 3 tires in one. You get an area for quiet highway traction, for wet weather traction, and for rugged off-road traction from Goodyear. Wherever you drive, on the road, off the road, down the highways, wet or dry, get the tire that's like 3 tires in one. Wrangler GSA, only from Goodyear. You'll know why we like to say the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
Your world, genuine and true, working together in all that you do, and you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud, Budweiser. Proud to be your bud, proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your bud.
In a full afternoon of racing now, because of time constraints, we move ahead in the action in the New England 200, a battle in the IndyCars, both for the race and a battle for the championship. Back at the New England 200, 175 laps of 200 complete, and Nigel Mansell is on the move. He just moved around Emerson Fittipaldi. Now he sets his sights on Paul Tracy, and Paul Tracy is just a little under a straightaway ahead. And now they are in contact as he moves around Johansson. It is clear sailing up to Tracy. Here is the move that got Mansell into second place.
Now watch what happens here. Mansell goes down below the yellow line. Right there, he's on the pit road. Now he drifts high. Fittipaldi's stuck. Mansell has a head of steam on right here. He acts right up onto Fittipaldi's wing and slices down the inside into 3. A great move by Nigel Mansell.
Comes up high, keeps the car rolling. Still a cracked lens on his car, but the rest of the car running perfectly as he runs in second place, 1.3 seconds behind Paul Tracy. That's a little under a straightaway.
Tracy will be under pressure here. This is the type of situation that Tracy has faltered in the past. He has shown tremendous maturity, but the world champion is catching him and turning the pressure up.
Around Briard as they continue to work through traffic. Once again, a clear span between Nigel Mansell and Paul Tracy. And Mansell begins to reel him in. Now 0.7 of a second back.
You think that spurred Mansell on? Tracy goes around the outside of Greco. Mansell just did a lap of 104 to 64.5. He is now almost as quick as Fittipaldi for the fastest lap of the race.
Interval still at 7/10. And they pull away from Emerson Fittipaldi as the interval widens out there. 180 laps complete. 20 to go. Again, traffic a factor. Mansell moves in. Around Willie T. Ribbs. Back in contact with the leader.
This is what it's all about. The last lap, again, he was a little bit quicker than Paul Tracy. Now Paul Tracy throws one in a bit quicker than Mansell. So very evenly matched here.
They've been jogging back and forth at about 163.5 to 164.5 miles an hour, both very evenly matched.
He might joke on the radio to his crew, but it's no joke now. But Roger Penske obviously staying in close contact through the radio with his driver. He calls the shots for Paul Tracy.
Everybody was saying, take it easy, Paul, don't lose your cool now.
He wasn't saying take it easy. He said don't lose your cool, but don't let him by. Now it's Paul Tracy's turn to hold up the championship fight for his teammate Emerson.
Mansell down to 2/10. Jan Beekes, what is Roger saying?
Well, Paul, what he's saying is Paul, go ahead and put your car on full rich and put it in 5th gear. In other words, give it everything you have. We have enough fuel. Go for it. And we'll have to see if Mansell can stay with him.
The 5th gear reference is a gear with a little bit more torque.
Drops it down a gear, and he uses more revs. He moves the power band higher. More power, and you need more fuel to make more power. They seem to think they have enough. This, I bet looks like Mansell has probably done the same. This is a great fight.
Now traffic again. Mansell using a little higher line than Tracy. Around Fabi, closes on Groff. Tracy, no doubt, remembering at Phoenix when he had to get down underneath of Jimmy Vasser.
Look at
And
this.
Mansell gets caught up in traffic. No, he comes up on the high side. But for the moment, the battle is broken off, and Paul Tracy is still the leader.
Remember those old dirt tracks, AJ? The dirt would just heat up the engines.
Two champions sharing a winning formula. Haviland Formula 3.
My favorite win was going to be in '69, and I had to give it to you. You shouldn't have even made a half a lap.
Complete professionals who rely on the same complete protection you can buy right off the shelf. Haviland Formula 3 motor oil from Texaco.
Heck, I still feel if I can't win, I don't want nobody to win. I'll try to remember that, AJ. Do that.
Dear Midas, my daughter and I were in Savannah, and the cobblestones were more than our muffler could take. At Midas, your mechanic...
Hi, I'm Jack Willis.
...gave us a free inspection, allowed us a first...
Look at this.
...to look at what was wrong, and did a better than good job. It was a good feeling to have a guarantee following us back to Indiana.
And it was nice to feel we had not been taken.
Sincerely,
Annie and Nicole Weiland.
The sacks are back. The bombs are back. The blitz is back. The NFL is back on ESPN. The Raiders battle the Cowboys on an ESPN NFL preseason special. Last season, they took it all. And now the Super Bowl champion Cowboys look invincible again. But the silver and black attack of the Raiders will try to cut them down to size. Saturday night, live on ESPN.
Back in the New England 200, as Nigel Mansell now has to defend his position from Emerson Fittipaldi. He got slowed down as he moved into traffic with Teo Fabi and with Robbie Groff trying to catch the leader of the race, Paul Tracy. That cost him. He fell a second and a half behind Paul Tracy, and in doing so, it gave Fittipaldi the opportunity to close. Now all three run on the home straight together.
Overtrack racing is so much about momentum. As soon as you get boxed in and have to come off the power, you lose that critical momentum. Suddenly, Mansell went from challenging from the lead to defending his second place from Emerson Fittipaldi. Oh, look at this. Tracy around the outside of Ray Hall.
And encounters Scott Brayton running a little slower just ahead. Brayton locked in with Mashusta. And he's passed, so is Mansell.
Oh, but look at this now. Mansell is right behind him. There's Ray. Oh, he gets so close. Had to back right off or he would have hit Nigel Mansell.
Brayton runs in 6th place. Guerrero is 4th. Gordon is 5th. 10 laps to go now. This is the fight that's at the front, and now here comes Mansell making a bid as he blocks Tracy up in behind Scott Brayton, and he gets beside him, he gets alongside. But now Brayton comes down and Tracy regains the lead.
This is oval track racing at its best. Mansell tried to use the traffic, almost pulled it off, but Tracy saw where his opportunity was going to come around the outside of Brayton. Mansell now loses the toe.
Battle broken off again, but Mansell has proven several times now that he is capable of moving in.
We have more traffic coming up. Paul Tracy is about to get up behind Alonso Jr. and Willie T. Ribbs, so there is more traffic going to play a hand in this lead battle.
So Nigel Mansell continues his pursuit and tries to close on Tracy. We'll be right back.
It went from 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. But that's nothing compared to how fast it'll go in the next 30 minutes. That's right, for the next half hour only, when you call Classic Motor Carriages at 1-800-CLASSIC, you can build this sleek, sexy component Cobra and save $1,000. $1,000 off one of the hottest cars on the road. Better step on it. Call now.
T-Plus engine treatment is made with tough DuPont Teflon, the same coating as on Mother's frying pan. Nothing sticks. This, on the other hand, is an unprotected engine. When you start your engine, metal grinds on metal. But add T-Plus once, and tough DuPont Teflon coats every valve guide, cylinder wall, bearing, and cam, reducing engine wear for up to 50,000 miles. Now you're cooking. Beat the daily grind, add T-Plus. The T is for Teflon.
John Olerud continues his quest for 400. Toronto continues its quest for the AL East title. The Blue Jays battle the Brewers tonight, live on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball.
We're back at the New England 200 as Paul Tracy continues to hold off Nigel Mansell. Emerson Fittipaldi waits and watches in 3rd place, about 2 seconds back.
Al Jr. needs to stay high. He needs to stay high. He does. Both of them get down the inside. There's more traffic, though. Brian Till is now just ahead of this lead pair.
Fight for the lead continues. Fight for championship points. A fight that can move Paul Tracy into 3rd place in the championship points battle.
Pressure is on. The pressure is on Paul Tracy. This will be his finest win, probably because of the relentless pressure from Nigel Mansell. He still chases him down.
He has 5 laps to chase him down and pass. What a 40th birthday present this would be for Nigel Mansell. His 2nd oval win, a continuing lead in the points. He'll leave here with a point lead no matter what happens.
Look at this. Tracy protects that line. Mansell is right behind him again. Look at this.
And Mansell swings to the outside. Tracy down low. They dart in and out. They use the advantage of Stefan Johansson, and Mansell takes the lead.
Now Tracy's in trouble because he has to make all the risky moves now. Mansell gets caught just a little bit. Tracy's going to get a run on Mansell. He'll block him.
Tracy makes his move to the outside. Very close together they come as they head down into the 1st turn. But Tracy stays in 2nd place.
Tracy seems to have more grip on the inside groove down here at turns 3 and 4.
Tracy again looking for an opportunity. There's not that much time left, just 2 laps to go.
Well, if Mansell pulls this off, it will be a tremendous victory. By far his best yet, because he outboxed everybody, waited for all that time before he pounced, and Emerson is not a factor.
Moving for the final lap now. Traffic moves out of the way. Tracy tries to close. Mansell runs flat out into the first corner. No traffic ahead. He pulls away from Tracy, going through the second corner on the backstretch now. Heading for the third turn. Nigel Mansell makes the turn in. Tracy has little or no opportunity at this point. And here he comes. Happy 40th birthday, Nigel Mansell.
That was as good closing 20 laps on an over-track race as I have seen. Congratulations to Mansell. A tremendous battle with Paul Tracy.
And you can see that those two definitely enjoyed it as they waved to one another, and Mansell scores his third straight oval win. Nigel Mansell takes the win here in New England. So the Redcoats have come back and they've won.
And they did win, and it looked to me as if the Penske had the measure of it, but Mansell waited and waited. He was absolutely relentless, and he pulled off the classic move right at the right time at the end of the race. Congratulations, what a great birthday present.
Gary Gerald is down in the Newman Haas pits.
Jim McGee, a week ago we talked to you at this point after the Michigan 500, but this has to be maybe one of the most exciting mile races we have ever seen.
And me too. I mean, he's amazing. I mean, he can just pick the car up and carry it when he has to. And, you know, I got to give hats off to our crew and the Texaco and the Kmart people. And Nigel is just doing a fantastic job. And he really loves it here. He enjoys the racing. I mean, he was really looking forward to this dice the last 50 laps. And, you know, certainly I think he gave the fans their money's worth.
Congratulations. I think it's something like Indy win number 79 for Jim McGee.
Well, great. Appreciate it. But it's the team. Great team.
Paul?
You know, a good area for it to come. Jim McGee comes from this area of the country. All of his old friends happy to see him up here. Look how happy Mansell is as the team all runs over to congratulate him. He hugs every one of them. He appreciates the good work that they do. Paul Tracy almost had it. So very close. Still in the points fight. So Nigel Mansell with the whole family here celebrates his 40th birthday with a win on the mile oval at New Hampshire. We'll be back to talk with our new winner and continuing points leader right after these messages.
For a limited time, your family can get on a Yamaha water vehicle for as little as $4 a day, thanks to our special financing offer. At just $4 a day, it's a pretty hot deal. Go for it at your Yamaha Water Vehicles dealer.
In America, your car doesn't just get you from here to there. It's a part of your life. To give your car complete protection, Texaco has developed Haviland Formula 3 motor oil. With not one, but 3 kinds of protection against heat stress, starting friction, and engine dirt. Haviland Formula 3. Add more life to your car.
In IndyCar racing, when it rains, we don't race on super speedways. But we're running this IndyCar on Goodyear Eagles to prove a point about wet traction, cornering, and stopping. What's the point? These are not Goodyear Racing Eagles. They're Eagle GSC street radials with dual tread design for outstanding traction in the dry and in the wet. Eagle GSC street radials only from Goodyear. We like to say the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
For a limited time, your family can get on a Yamaha water vehicle for as little as $4 a day, thanks to our special financing offer. At just $4 a day, it's a pretty hot deal. Go for it at your Yamaha Water Vehicles dealer.
Today's coverage of the New England 200 has been brought to you by Haviland Formula 3 Motor Oil. Add more life to your car. By Goodyear, #1 in tires. And by your local Yamaha dealer, who invites you to see their exciting line of motorcycles, ATVs, and water vehicles. So Nigel Mansell celebrates his 40th birthday in the Yamaha Winner's Circle by taking his 4th win of the season. 5 pulls, 4 wins, all in 11 races. And here is the lineup of the top 6 at the conclusion of the New England 200. And then there is the points fight itself as Paul Tracy moves up by 2 positions. So the next race is Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin for the IndyCars in 2 weeks as ESPN takes you to the IndyCar Championship. So long.
Cadillac and your local Cadillac dealer proudly present the Senior PGA Tour.
Earlier this afternoon, Chichi Rodriguez started out the day at 2 under par, 3 under on the front side. He hit the flag at 14. It plopped out of the cup. Chichi 6 under on the day. His second shot at 15, a pitching wedge. He would make that birdie to go to 9 under par. Chichi, who won this tournament 3 straight years in the 80s, his second shot at 16, another pitching wedge. This from 110 yards out. 9 under par, on fire, trailing by 3. Look at the action on that ball. Almost hit the flag. Then a 17-footer. The crowd loves him. To go to 10 under par for the tournament and trail Bob Bentley by 2. Chichi, you bet, into the heart of the hole, his 8th birdie on the day. And out comes the Sabre. Jim Albus started out the day at 8 under par, trailing Zarley and Bentley by 1 when this day dawned. His 3rd shot at the par 5 night. Albus, who's already won earlier at the GT Suncoast Classic in Tampa this year. He would make that birdie putt to climb to within 1 of Bob Bentley at 11 under. Chichi then bogeyed the par 3 17th. But with his driver, hit his second shot to here, the front edge of the green, an eagle opportunity. And maybe a brand new course record. He wasn't bashful. He missed the course record, but then a 4-foot birdie to get it into the clubhouse at -10 for an 8 under 64. He owns a piece of the course record. He did it in the 80s. Kermit Zarley did it yesterday. Chichi, a sizzling 64, 8 under par today. He ties the course record. He's in at -10. And how about Bob Murphy? A hole-in-one at 17 on Friday at 13 to go to 10 under and trail by 2. Murphy makes his birdie putt. So the best senior golfers in the world firing at the flag not far from where they fired the shot heard round the world.
Make ready! Present! Fire!
With downtown Boston in the distance, ESPN welcomes you to New England and 3rd and final round live coverage of the Bank of Boston Senior Golf Classic. New England in the summertime can be quiet and calm. A good time for artists to hone their craft with so much to paint. It's an area with history sketched on almost every street corner. Just around the corner, you'll find that quiet body of water that Henry David Thoreau fell in love with. It's still serene. It's the time of the year for family bonding, fathers and daughters, mothers and sons. It's family picnic time, outings, vacations, and relaxation galore.
From high overhead, a live picture of Walden Pond, just as quiet and serene as it was when Thoreau discovered it almost 2 centuries ago. And we come back a few miles further to the west, and the Nishotic Country Club, the home of this Bank of Boston Classic. And right now there are 4 golfers within 2 shots of our leader, Bob Bentley. They have turned out in record numbers under sunny skies today. The leaderboard, Bob Bentley started out today tied for the lead after a 69 yesterday. He birdied the second hole. He birdied 5 and 6, all pars, nursing that 2-shot lead. Chichi's in, equaling the course record. hoping maybe for a playoff. Larry Gilbert, running out of real estate, trails by 4. George Archer, he's won twice this year at -7. Bob Charles, number 1 on the money list. Great field they've got here. And Jim Colbert finished up with a solid 69. He's chasing Charles for the money title. So as we welcome you back, hi again, everybody. I'm Jim Kelly. Gary Koch is alongside. Bob Bentley, the former motorcycle policeman from Fish Haven, Idaho. He traded in his billy club for those ping clubs. And Jane, his wife, who's caddying today, very glad he did. One problem, though. Darkness creeping in and the clouds, and Bob right there, who wears glasses, had some problems yesterday, by his own admission, as did Bob Murphy, with depth perception, right?
Yes, exactly, Jim. And what the players are saying there, by having trouble, they're having trouble seeing the subtle breaks in these greens, and the greens here at Nishotic have plenty of them. I think Bob Bentley's got to do a couple things if he's going to hang on and win his first golf tournament here. First of all, he needs to have some patience. Now, he admitted to me this morning on the practice tee that is not one of my strongest virtues. The other thing he needs to do, he's got to pace himself. Bob has a real tendency to get going too quickly. He walks too fast. He swings too fast. You mentioned his wife, Jane, alongside caddying for him. She said I have to constantly remind him to slow down. Bob Bentley better be a good husband and listen to his wife.
Indeed. Bentley, of course, going for his first win, likewise Bob Murphy. With some thoughts, well, we've got Andy North and Frank Beard here, but before we get to them, we've got Gibby Gilbert, who started off with a birdie out at 1 and 2 and 3. This is Gibby's 4th shot. Now, Larry Gilbert's at 8 under par. Gibby is at 10 under par.
Putting from the fringe, it'll be downhill, should move a little bit to the right.
So he's got that coming back. All right, with some thoughts now on who's going to hang on and who might fold, here's Frank and Andy.
Thanks, Cal. Right now, as you've mentioned, Bob Bentley has a 2-shot lead over 4 players. There's a couple of the guys there I really do like. I like Jim Albus. He's won before. He's a strong player. Bob Murphy also is only 2 back. He's played these last 5 holes, Frank, better than any player in the field. He's played them 7 under par the last 2 days.
Andy, I wish you were a betting guy. I don't know how you can go against a player that's got 2-shot lead with 5 holes to go. I like Bob Bentley. I know personally he's got the heart and the guts to win. His swing, which I thought might be a little suspect, is holding up beautifully today. You and I can't do anything but watch, and we'll do that with all you folks at home.
Thank you, Frank, and thank you, Andy. There is the leaderboard. Bob Bentley, 3 birdies, otherwise all pars, nursing that 2-shot lead. Chi-Chi's in, equaling the course record. Gibby's in contention. He's running out of room. Murphy, he has played the last 5 holes in 7 under par, so he might have the best shot of anybody to catch Bob Bentley. Jim Albus, 10 under par. This a moment ago, his 2nd shot out at 14.
Playing from the light rough on the left-hand side. Good angle to come into the flag. Settle.
And maybe too much adrenaline there. The last threesome. Bob Bentley, that's his wife Jane, off on the left side of your screen. Kermit Zarley over on the right-hand side. Zarley started out in pretty good shape. A bogey, then birdies at 2 and 3 and 4. At 11 under, he was in the lead, but then a double bogey. Gary out at 5.
Well, and a par 5 hole, too, Jim, that a lot of the players plan on making birdie on. So Kermit's slipping back, as we have seen him do, unfortunately, many times in the past.
Saw it in Las Vegas when he shot a new course record 62. Saw it in Charlotte, right? Trouble closing.
And not a good shot there, finding the bunker short and right. Mentioned about Bob Bentley having to take his time. Let's see how he does. Good aggressive swing. The way he's looking at it, he likes it. And well, he should.
So Bob at 14 will have a chance for a birdie to increase his lead to 3. When we come back, Chi-Chi Rodriguez, who equaled the course record, and he trails by 2.
Today's final round live coverage of the Bank of Boston Senior Golf Classic is being brought to you by Cadillac, changing the way you think about American automobiles. By Bank of Boston, put our strength to work for you. By Just for Men, the leader in men's hair coloring, blends away gray in 5 minutes. And by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you friends know when to say when.
You may never be able to hit a 550-yard par 5 in 2 like Fred Couples. make a 1-iron stop dead on a hard green. Or get so much backspin on a bunker shot you'd think it was on a string. But you can drive like him. The Cadillac Seville STS with the North Star system. With 32 valves and 295 horses, it handles and performs like, well, like something driven by Fred Couples.
A word of advice from the folks who designed Portfolio 50. Act your shoe size, not your age.
Grandpa, when's it my turn?
Portfolio 50, a special banking relationship with people 50 and over. From the bank that's listening, Bank of Boston.
I really didn't want my husband to color his gray hair.
But then I discovered this, the hair coloring called Just for Men.
And now he looks better than ever.
Simply apply Just for Men, and in 5 minutes, rinse. Just for Men blends away the gray for a totally natural look. No wonder 8 out of 10 women prefer the Just for Men look to the gray look.
It's like you took off 10 years.
And in just 5 minutes.
Just for Men. She'll love the way you look.
It's a round world, genuine and true. It keeps on spinning and you always come through. And you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your. Proud to be your bud.
Jim Albus trailing by 2 as we welcome you back to our final round live coverage of this Bank of Boston Senior Classic. Albus at 10 under par. Our leader, of course, is Bob Betley in the day's last group at 14. Jim is 2 under today. Started out the day at -8. Let's check the leaderboard. Chi-Chi, of course, has equaled the course record with that sparkling 64. Gibby Gilbert, he made his par at 18. 6 under on the day at 66. He's in at 10 under par. Murphy, we showed you Bob's birdie back at 13 to climb to -10. And Jim Albus looming right there. Trevino finished up with a solid 4 under 68, in at 7 under par. Great Saturday and Sunday round for Lee Gary Koch after opening up with that 74.
He seems to be having a little trouble getting started, but he came back strong, as you mentioned, Jim.
Bob Betley now to increase his lead at 14.
Kel, Bob has about 18 feet. It should break a little bit from left to right. This is a huge putt. If he could get a 3-shot lead with the last 4 holes to play, I think he'd have a lock on it.
Oh.
Still working that chewing gum, which he did yesterday. And still at 12 under par. Rather calm and composed right now at 12 under. Well, a man who has to wait around and has been gracious enough to sit here and watch, Chi-Chi, of course, is at 10 under par, kind of wondering whether or not there'll be a playoff. Great round today.
Thank you, Jim. First of all, I'd like to say to Bank of Boston that welcome them to be the sponsors of the tournament. They have really done a very good job, and they have the first entry for next year, I mean, already. And I played pretty good. I tell you what, I think that Bob Betley is going to be very tough to beat because he was very aggressive on that tee ball on 14. Most guys, if they have a 2-shot lead, would have took an iron off that tee, and I think he took the driver the way, because he hit a flip wedge on his second shot. I think he's going to win the tournament.
Some of these guys who are trying to win their first, like Bob Murphy, like Bob Betley, what advice would you give them when they get little butterflies, when that lump in their throat starts to get a little large?
Well, it's the toughest one to win is the first one, and Murphy's been playing awfully good, so I think those two are the 2 guys that are going to fight for the title at the end.
Chi-Chi, of course, came from way back in the pack earlier this year in Minneapolis to beat Murphy and Colbert. In fact, guaranteed the tournament director, Hollis Kavner, you were going to shoot a 66 or 65 and come out of the pack, and you did.
Yeah, that was, you know, I could see. Normally, when I play my best golf, I play the round in my mind before I play. And I told John today that the worst I would shoot was 64. And I thought I could shoot 63, but I said 64, and that's what I shot.
Albus now Chi-Chi for his par to stay at 10 under with you and with Gibby and with Murphy.
Jim Albus almost made the putts in the last 2 holes.
Whoa, an all-around good putt.
He was a little bit lucky. there after having to lip out the last two. It's all breaks even out.
Helped a lot of young people become good golf professionals on the regular tour, and if he wins, I'll be very happy to see that.
Got to ask you a question now. You're wearing green today, obviously the color of money, but yesterday you told Andy North, beware of doctors who wear red and look for a dentist in a green robe. Do you have any color coordinating tips for us today?
Well, I think that you're dressed very nicely. People should dress to the occasion, you know, and I think that people should get their colors analyzed to see which color they feel better with. And they have professionals that advise you on that. Doug Sanders, of course, looked good in pink. You know, he likes to wear pink. I can't wear pink. A red tie, if you're a salesman, never wear a red tie because red means stop. I mean, you're going to make a deal, you've got to wear a gray, like you know, you have a little red there, but it doesn't mean stop. But when you wear green, you know, that's the color of money. The half of the earth is green, and half is blue, so people should wear green or blue.
Do you remember The World According to Garth, the movie? The World According to Chi-Chi. Great round. Congratulations, and we'll find out if there's a playoff in just a little while. Murphy's second shot out at 15.
He's got a lot of trouble here, but he's going to have to run it up on the green. Looks good.
Chi-Chi said a terrific shot. Chi-Chi will wait and wonder, as will Gibby Gilbert, to find out if 10 under is good enough to get into a playoff or if Bentley hangs on.
Are you looking for a good, clean, late model car? Are you military, buying your first car, or have credit problems? Watch Charlie Falk's Auto Showcase featuring 90 of his 700 vehicle inventory. See where to go for the best cars, trucks, and vans, the best prices, and the best financing with no turndown, and everyone qualifies. With all roads leading to Charlie Falk's Auto, you can shop at a convenient location nearest you. Check the green sheet for showcase times and channels. You'll see why Charlie Falk can show you the way to ride today.
Hello, my name is Smokey Bear, and this is my home. A place for you to climb, sleep, watch, and play. As long as it's not with matches. Only you can prevent forest fires.
NFL 12th Man Contest, sponsored by McDonald's and Lee Jeans. It's simple. Win the contest. Pick any NFL team. Take 3 of your best friends to every away game. Get $25,000. Travel first class. Meet the players. ESPN's NFL 12th Man Contest, sponsored by McDonald's and Lee Jeans. Anyone can win, but not everyone wants to. To enter, call 1-900-2884-NFL. 95 cents per call or enter by mail. Must be 18 years old to enter. No purchase or call necessary.
A lot of storylines to follow. Will Bob Bentley win his first tournament of the year? Likewise, Bob Murphy. Will Chi-Chi and Gibby and maybe a couple others get into a playoff at 10 under par? Gary Koch, of course, is alongside. Andy North and Frank Beard patrolling the fairways here at Nishotic. We've got 4 holes left in regulation of this Bank of Boston Senior Classic. Murphy has a chance to get closer to Bob Bentley. Birdie putt at 15.
Long putt that'll be swinging from Murph's right to left. Needs to hurry. Jim, seems to me as though the speed of the greens has slowed down just ever so slightly from the first day. I know Bob Bentley was talking about it yesterday. He said, you know, playing that late, that gives the grass additional time to grow, but the speed of the greens really fooled him.
Kermit Zarley, with another bogey at 14, has fallen to 6 under par. 3 over today. Larry Gilbert, well, you really can't say enough about the courage and determination that he has shown this year. He's hung in there very, very tough.
He has. He's a very, very solid player. He continues to impress other players out here on the senior tour. I know in talking to Jerry McGee today, he said, you watch out for this guy. He can really play.
Keeps knocking on the door, doesn't he, Frank Beard?
He's really going to be somebody we're going to know for years to come, a player that you're just going to have to reckon with every day. He has not made any putts today, and this is the kind of putt he's had all day, 15, 20 feet, just like that, just right off the edge.
Finished up 1 shot behind Bob Wynn in Westchester, New York at the 9X Commemorative. Among the top 10 in 8 of his last 11 tournaments, 18th on the money list.
Well, the course record, they're going to need a new graphic pretty soon, or another page.
These boys continue to tear this golf course up, and a lot of it has to do with the condition of the golf course. Paul Miller and his staff doing a tremendous job of getting this Neshodic Country Club in perfect condition.
Murphy for his par.
These are the putts that he made with regularity in the 80s. Just inside the right edge and get it up the hill. Good putt, good putt, good putt.
And off in the background, Gail Murphy, Kimberly Murphy applauding. They were along the gallery ropes on the right-hand side. I think Gail was more wound up than Bob this morning, wasn't she?
Seemed like it, and sometimes it is, again, in talking to my wife, much tougher on the wives. They don't have any control over it. They have to just sit there and watch and agonize, and at least the players have it in their control.
Tommy Aycock, 3 over par in his final round today, had a triple bogey back at number 5. George Archer, back-to-back victories earlier this year at the Ameritech, rain shortened just outside Chicago, and at the First of America Classic in Grand Rapids at 18.
We've seen George do that a number of times this week. Just hasn't made the putts.
Larry Gilbert tapped in to stay at -8. The last threesome out at 15. Albus at -10. Zarley at -6.
Andy North, Bob Betley in perfect position, it appears.
Absolutely, Gary. He's got a 130-yard 9-iron. Perfect club for him. He should be able to knock this ball within 10 or 15 feet of the hole.
So that will not be an easy shot. Betley nursing a 2-shot lead. 4 others, Albus, Murphy, Chichi, and Gibby. It is truly a pleasure to welcome Mr. Ira Stepanian alongside, the chairman and CEO of the Bank of Boston. Now, everybody that comes to Boston knows about Paul Revere and the Midnight Ride. But Paul Revere was actually one of the Bank of Boston's very first customers.
Jim, I didn't realize you were that old, but you're absolutely right. He was one of our first customers. And as far as I know, his family still has an account there.
A lot of ATM machines along the route now, right?
Yeah, they are there now, and if Paul were making his ride to Lexington, my old hometown, he could stop at one of the ATMs and make a deposit, not a withdrawal, but a deposit, and would welcome it.
The Bank of Boston, with over 320 branches in 5 New England states, why did you get involved in this golf tournament?
Well, the Bank of Boston, we're the oldest bank in the country, the oldest chartered bank in the country, and we, for years, have been involved with either sports and other arts and other celebrity series kinds of things. This is a hot sports town. We've been involved in golf tournaments in the past. And we just felt that this being our demographic market for a lot of our retail business, which we're building, our private banking business, which has been along with us for many years, this was a natural for us. And it's been a great tournament so far. And we're very pleased that we're able to get hold of the sponsorship.
From golf balls to bocce balls, Ira is quite a bocce ball player, and he and his wife Jackie celebrating 32 years of marital bliss today. Congratulations, and good to have you involved with the Senior PGA Tour.
Jim, it's our pleasure, and it's nice to be here. Thank you very much.
Leading in his tournament, Bob Betley, who played his intramural basketball under NBA coaching great Dick Motta. His lead is 2.
You're searching for solutions to problems that no one else could possibly understand.
Information, the access to the right information, is viewed as a competitive asset, a competitive edge.
Solutions that put mission-critical information systems in place faster and more effectively.
We're delivering lots of customer satisfaction that we hadn't been able to deliver before.
Software AG. You may not know us, but you should.
Well, I started this company some 40 years ago, and I knew it was possible to make golf clubs for every class of player and for them to improve their game.
In 1953, he won the Masters, U.S. Open, and British Open. Today, he presents his 40th anniversary contribution to game improvement, the Hogan H40 Game Improvement Irons and Woods. There's 40 years of competitive experience built into every one of them.
The Cadillac DeVille has the safety answers, an anti-lock braking system, advanced airbag technology, and a 200 horsepower V8. DeVille also has the financial answers, Now you can receive a $3,000 special bonus from Cadillac when you purchase a new 1993 DeVille. Selection continues to diminish, so see your Cadillac dealer soon. Because a $3,000 bonus on the Cadillac DeVille makes a safe investment even safer.
He could have had the 60-foot sailboat, the house on the 18th green. But all Ned Crowley ever really wanted was a home on the range. At Dean Witter, our retirement plans are as individual as the people who dream them.
We measure success one investor at a time.
Well, boys, how do you like the new backyard?
Key shot obviously here out at the par 4 15th. Betley's third. His lead is 2.
Taking a putter from the fairly long rough, but one thing about it, it's the safe play. You're not going to chili dip a putter.
Good effort. Jim Albus, 10 under par, trailing by 2.
Cal, this putt's fairly straight. It should break off a little bit to the right at the end, but he's got himself in the position now. He's got to start making some of these putts. Pars won't get it done, I don't believe.
So Jim will tap in to stay at 10 under par, 2 off playing partner Bob Betley's lead. You saw Jim Albus's son Mark there as his caddy. He'll be qualifying or trying to for the U.S. Amateur tomorrow.
And Father Jim will be caddying for him.
Tommy Aycock, he got a little mileage out of our story yesterday, right? He was a club pro. The club wanted to renegotiate his contract down by about $47,000. He and his wife talked it over and said, we're out of here. Then he honed his game for the senior tour. He heard from some former club members, didn't he?
He certainly did. They all appreciated the story, liked it a lot, as did Mr. Aycock. Take a look at his statistics for 1993. Notice the driving distance. Tommy, a big man, and he hits it a long way.
From the MetLife blimp down to Mr. Murphy. He's at 10 under par.
His driving, which has been suspect, has been beautiful today. He's perfect here, 130. Just a good hard 9-iron.
Pin 18 in from the right, 18 from the front.
And a backstop behind the hole with the ridge that's set in there.
Beautiful shot. Absolutely beautiful. Just about 6 or 8 feet.
So Murphy will have a chance to slice the margin in 2 and get it to 11 under par. Kermit Zarley took about a 2-week vacation, didn't hit any golf balls till last Thursday.
And sometimes you come back from a break like that and things get going well, but they can leave you in a hurry. I promise you, most of the guys who continue to play well are guys who are on a stretch of playing several weeks in a row.
Like Murphy, who's playing 9 weeks in a row. Frank watching Larry Gilbert, who's at 8 under.
Nothing left for him but money, but that's what he's been making most of here the last 8 or 10 weeks. He's hit this left. Not much energy left, I don't think.
Larry was 3 back of Ray Floyd last week, wound up tying for 7th at Northville, but as we've been saying, he's been in contention down the stretch on Sunday a lot.
The Cadillac Eldorado has the performance answers to make driving enjoyable. A 200 horsepower V8, an electronically controlled transmission, and a speed-sensitive suspension. Eldorado also has the financial answers, because now you can lease a 1993 Eldorado for 24 months for only $469 a month with $21.93 down. And with terms like these, they're sure to go fast. See your Cadillac dealer soon for details.
You're searching for solutions to problems that no one else could possibly understand.
Information, the access to the right information, is viewed as a competitive asset, a competitive edge.
Solutions that put mission-critical information systems in place faster and more effectively.
We're delivering lots of customer satisfaction that we hadn't been able to deliver before.
Software AG. You may not know us, but you should.
Sun-kissed oranges,
touched by the sun and enjoyed by everyone under it. Sunkissed. You have our word on it.
At the first tickly itch of athlete's foot, Desonex. Killing those grungy fungi before they get cracking and burning. Go get that can now, or else don't blame Desonex.
PGA Tour Partners is something you'll want to join. You'll be helping a lot more than just your golf game. You'll help people like Rosemary Scalf, Larry Ligman, Troy Robinson. You see, the Partners Program supports over 900 local charities each year, helping people in communities like yours all over the country.
Call 1-800-242-7771 to join. The PGA Tour. Anything's possible.
It's bombs away as the big guns invade the hard courts. Agassi, Courier, and Edberg take aim at defending champion Pete Sampras. The Thriftway ATP Championship, tomorrow live on ESPN.
I'm going to go at the par 4 16th on the tee, Bob Bettley. Last week at Northville, Gary, on the back nine, we saw him pulling his tee shots a lot.
We did. We saw some pulls and some hooks, but similar to what we saw in his second shot on the last hole, but that swing looked excellent.
Jim Albus, 2 under par today, 3 birdies, 1 bogey, trailing by 2.
It's interesting. I was talking to Jim earlier today and asked him if he watches the leaderboards coming down the last few holes, and he said, no, not really. I just play my own game. Well, right now he needs to know that he's got to make some birdies.
408 yards away, up on the green, looking down from the MetLife blimp. This is a pretty golf hole.
It is a beautiful golf hole. The water you see there in front really doesn't come into play unless you drive the ball off the fairway.
Larry Gilbert now, Frank.
It was a good call on the greens. The speed is really slower here, 2 or 3 feet slower. That's still a good putt from where he was.
And providing those aerial pictures, the MetLife blimp, traveling over 60,000 miles a year, covering major sporting events and television specials across this land of ours. Snoopy is the co-pilot. Mike Fitzpatrick, who had his 50th birthday on Friday, is back with us at the controls, along with Hunter Harris. Tommy Aycock at 4 under par, 3 over today. Murphy, 2 under, and he trails by 2. Chichi in, waiting, along with Gibby, watching in the locker room. Good solid round for Gilbert. 66 after a couple of 70s. Ken Still, nice final round, too. Joe Carr, local pro, will earn a lot of cash. Now, Tommy Aycock.
All the pride's gone here. There's nothing left but money for him, but there's a lot of it. 1 or 2 birdies can make a bunch.
Turn.
Beautiful putt. Beautiful putt. Always hit a lot of those in the last 3 days.
Frank, pretty frustrating, isn't it, when you keep hitting putts like that and they just don't seem to go?
It really is, and it seems to happen when the guys are just going downhill. You just try so hard that you get in your own way.
Frank, as far as Murphy is concerned, is this a must-make now?
I think we're getting close to that time. This putt here looks like it wants to go right. If he dies it, it will. If he hits it firm, he'll run it right through the break like Aycock did.
11
beautiful,
under par.
Beautiful. That was a must putt, and he got it. Great putt, Bob.
He's got that look of confidence right now, and he's got the 17th left to go. He saw it. He now knows his lead has been reduced to just 1. Bob has not made a mistake today. 3 birdies, all on the front side. No bogeys. Larry Gilbert taps in. All he's making is cash. Jim Albus also saw Murphy's birdie.
Kel Albus has 143 yards. Should be just a good solid 8-iron for him. They've all watched the birdie, so they know what they've got to do.
Draw, baby.
Get up. Get up. Just in the fringe.
Not bad, but
it's very makeable, Gary. You're
yeah,
putting
the
back up the
problem
hill.
is now he's running out of room and time and everything else. He needs to be hitting it closer than that from that range.
Now here's Bob Bentley with the 132-yard 8-iron. Just nice and smooth. Doesn't have to kill it. It's got to turn over. It's to the right. It's got to get left. Oh, Gary.
So the 16th, the par 4 that Bob Murphy just birdied, could see a two-shot swing. Bentley bunkered, and the lead is his by 1.
We're gonna have to bail.
What about the Bud Light?
No time. There's only one left. You take it. I'll never forget you.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Not so fast.
Yes!
The Cadillac DeVille has the safety answers, an anti-lock braking system, advanced airbag technology, and a 200 horsepower V8. DeVille also has the financial answers. Now you can receive a $3,000 special bonus from Cadillac when you purchase a new 1993 DeVille. Selection continues to diminish, so see your Cadillac dealer soon. Because a $3,000 bonus on the Cadillac DeVille makes a safe investment even safer.
You get some clubs that are gimmicky, you know, and I'm not like that. I'm a pretty straightforward person. You know, I know the same thing you know. I take the club back and hit it, and that's as good as it gets. I had seen a lot of different types of clubs. The Lynx Parallax Iron is the best club I've ever played.
You're searching for solutions to problems that no one else could possibly understand.
Information, the access to the right information, is viewed as a competitive asset, a competitive edge.
Solutions that put mission-critical information systems in place faster and more effectively.
We're delivering lots of customer satisfaction that we hadn't been able to deliver before.
Software AG. You may not know us, but you should.
On the tee at the par 3 17th, where with a 6-iron on Friday, about 165 yards, Murphy had a hole-in-one, the 10th on the Senior PGA Tour this year, the 3rd in this tournament's history, and the 15th of Bob Murphy's career. Today, 156 yards.
He couldn't ask for a better shot under these circumstances. The pin is on the right, it's cut short. He just has to guard a little bit downwind and watch the adrenaline. Good-looking shot. Really a good-looking shot. Great shot. Great shot. The old Gator's hot.
He's played this hole 3 under par. Back at 16. We mentioned that Bob Bentley had not made any mistakes. Crunch time.
Kelly's got a real good lie in the bunker. It's, you know, it's 35, 40-foot bunker shot. These are the kind that you can make. See how his nerves are doing.
Oh,
good
I think
call,
his
Andy
nerves are
North.
doing all right.
That's a great shot.
That is a great shot.
Must shot right now.
That's Jane. She said be patient before this day started out. Not his strongest suit by his own admission.
Yeah,
he was pretty relaxed. A moment ago at 18, 62 years young, Jim Faree won the Vantage Classics yesterday, another $14,000, his 5th Vantage Classics win of the year. And Jim Faree, how do you do? 5 under par. High fives from Kenny Still.
And importantly, Jim, that shows us that the 18th is reachable in 2 and still an eagle potential.
Albus on the tee at 17. I'm sorry, this is Larry Gilbert on the tee at 17.
That's just a good hard 7-iron.
In the hole.
Might be a little long. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, my Lord, almost. Oh, that's long, all right. How about 6 inches?
Gary's Telestrator, presented by Just for Men, blends away gray in 5 minutes.
Let's take a look at the swing of Larry Gilbert. A little bit unusual. His setup position is fine. The back is straight. He's got a little flex in the knees. Watch as the club goes back, though. It's going to come back well to the inside at the start of his swing. Much more so than what you would normally see. A little bit of lift there at the top. Club in a fairly good position here. But watch as he comes down, his shoulders are going to come out this way and down almost right straight on top of the ball. A little bit over the top. Down, clears out his left side, holds on with the left arm here, not letting the hands turn over. Hits the ball straight or slightly left to right. I tell you what, Jim, it reminds me a little bit of the swing of Bruce Litsky, one of the most consistent players on the regular tour.
Now, Jim Albus from the fringe at 16.
Cal, this is about 18, 19 feet, the same sort of situation as Murph. He's got to make it to have any chance. It's going to be slow going up this hill, so we can give it a go.
Oh, did he hit it? Did he hit it?
I think all he had to do is hit a little harder.
A little more speed, and I think it holds its line, Andy.
We showed you Jim Ferree finishing up, and a high five from Ken Still. Ken Still with a birdie at 18. Good solid tournament, 8 under par. About 40 miles north of Boston is the town of Salem, famous for the witch trials of 1692. A town devoted to keeping them a part of American history. In the heart of the town is the Salem Witch Museum. It reenacts the 4-month period where 19 people were convicted and hanged for the crime of practicing witchcraft by the courts of the Massachusetts Bay Colony.
The Cadillac DeVille has the safety answers, an anti-lock braking system, advanced airbag technology, and a 200-horsepower V8. DeVille also has the financial answers. Now you can receive a $3,000 special bonus from Cadillac when you purchase a new 1993 DeVille. And a $3,000 bonus on the Cadillac DeVille makes a safe investment even safer.
See your Cadillac Super Network dealer now.
Newport News Cable is the entertainment value leader in Hampton Roads, and the values keep on coming in this month's cable bill. Don't be bugged. Call National Exterminating and use this coupon for 10% off your next service call. Take $1 off the price of a dozen donuts at your nearest Dunkin' Donuts location. Enjoy 4-way savings on subs and sodas from your local Subway station. Our subs are superbly delicious. These money-saving coupons are one more way to say thanks for subscribing to Newport News Cable.
Not far from where they fired this shot heard around the world, this man owns quite a collection of handguns. Got about 30 pistols back home.
Does a lot of target shooting, he said. It's a great form of relaxation.
Well, he hasn't been very accurate today. He's hit some poor drives and really some poor putts. This is not the kind of putt you're going to make. You better slow down just a little bit and have another bit of work there.
Tommy Aycock struggling in his final round, 3 over par. Started out the day 2 behind Bentley and Kermit Zarley. Friday, with a 6-iron, this was the shot. Murphy, 165 yards, his 15th career hole-in-one. Let's see if we can hear Lou Graham.
Nice looking ball. Fight ball. Go in!
Kenny Still made a 2 here yesterday. If he makes a 2 today, he's tied for the lead.
What a scene you've got here. You've got Murphy here with about a 10-footer. Bentley's on the tee back there watching it. And they both know exactly what's going on, just like all the rest of us here. This is just 10, maybe 12 feet, and it's one of those local putts. I'd even hate to call it. It looks straight and can wiggle wobble either way off this new green. Get there, get there. Oh, man, there's no justice. What a good putt.
Even Gary Koch put a little body English in the tower.
Well, it looked to me, again, I was out there a little bit earlier today, Jim, that the putt, I would have said, had to turn just a little bit left. Obviously, that's what Bob Murphy read. You just can't hit it much better.
Watch Bob and his reaction. He thought it was in, too. Are you kidding me? Wow. So he will go to the par 5 18th, the 54th hole of this championship, but it might not be the last hole. We could still have a playoff. Aycock for his par. Outside of Larry Gilbert.
These are the putts that still have to be concentrated on, and it's hard to do with everything that's going on. His spirits are down, everybody else's are up. You still have to grind.
Get in, Tommy.
Good putt.
You know, we saw the shot of Jane and Bob Bentley back on the tee at 17, and he's admitted patience is not his virtue. I mean, he's been waiting at 16. He's waiting at 17. That could have a little effect.
Well, we watched his swing on the last hole, the second shot after waiting, and it was not the best of swings that he's made today. The circumstances he'll be facing there at 17, much more dangerous. Water and just being on the green, even if you're left, is not good because of all the ridges.
Larry Gilbert, whoa, he's at 8 under par. Can he make an eagle at 18? 9 under par, excuse me.
Well, he just went to 9, and yes, he can definitely reach the green at 18. Larry Gilbert in the top 10 in driving distance on the senior tour. A good tee shot, certainly a possibility.
From the MetLife blimp down to the tee at 17 with our leader, Bob Bentley. Now he's nursing a 1-shot lead.
Guys, this is a perfect 7-iron for him, 156 yards.
Got in there, ball.
Just let it, trust it. He's pulled it a little bit and it's long.
Oh.
That's going to be a tough 2-putt. He's got one of those ridges, Gary.
Yes, it is. That's very similar position to where Chi-Chi was earlier in the day, and he ran it by and missed it coming back.
We have seen a lot of 3-putts from there in this tournament. Treacherous green.
You know, this shot, guys, coming over the water, you're so, you know, the water you're so conscious of that you sometimes maybe take it a little more and goose it a little bit, hit it a little bit further. Just trust it. You know, you've got your yardage. Just go ahead and make your normal practice range swing and see what happens.
Oh, yes. Jim Albus with a putt to go to 11 under.
Bob Bentley, a collegiate track and field star who once threw the discus 236 feet, will have to throw a little 2-putt at 17 to keep his lead.
You may never be able to hit a 550-yard par 5 in 2 like Fred Couples. Make a 1-iron stop dead on a hard green. Or get so much backspin on a bunker shot you'd think it was on a string. But you can drive like him. The Cadillac Seville STS with the North Star system. With 32 valves and 295 horses, it handles and performs like, well, like something driven by Fred Couples.
You're searching for solutions to problems that no one else could possibly understand.
Information, the access to the right information, is viewed as a competitive asset, a competitive edge.
Solutions that put mission-critical information systems in place faster and more effectively.
We're delivering lots of customer satisfaction that we hadn't been able to deliver before.
Software AG. You may not know us, but you should.
If you're not playing Hogan 428 extra distance balls, you're throwing your money away. In fact, if this gentleman had played a Hogan 428, he would have saved over $1,500. Make that $4,900. Hogan 428 extra distance balls. They'll go a long way toward improving your game.
This week, the PBA's best hit the hardwood at the Greater Grand Rapids Open. Then the heavyweights hit the air as Ray Mercer continues his climb up the championship ladder against Tony Willis.
Knockdown Thursday, ESPN. Hey!
Later on SportsCenter, Cecil tries to cut into the AL East race. Albert Bell gets more than the usual on a sacrifice fly, and the boys battle Barry and Britton. It's Chris Myers and you at 7 Eastern on SportsCenter.
Down from the MetLife blimp on the tee at 18, Larry Gilbert. He just birdied 17 to draw to within 3.
Jim, we mentioned the eagle possibility here as we saw Jim Faree just do a minute ago. Oh, 3 feet left, and that drive is perfect. Now it's going to force him to play a short iron out. Birdie will be the best that Larry Gilbert will be able to manage.
Bob Charles has won 3 times this year. Boy, you kind of predicted it this morning. You just didn't like his swing.
Well, it was funny. And watching him warm up this morning, Jim, he took an awful long time. He was doing a lot of fidgeting. He just wasn't comfortable with the club and the position it was in at the top of his swing. You know, you can just tell when a player is ready. Bob Charles just didn't seem ready this morning.
A moment ago, Murphy has drawn to within 1.
Sometimes when he wants to hit it hard, he can get in front of it and go right or left. This is going to be close to the bunker on the right.
Yep. Looks like it caught that bunker, Frank. That'll force him to lay up.
A hole that Bob Murphy has birdied Friday and Saturday. Now, Bob Bentley just has an almost impossible task at 17.
Guys, Bob's got 40 feet, but he's...
Let's take a look at it on the telestrator. There's a ridge that runs across this way, another one that runs across this way. Bob Bentley is going to have to get it out here, figure out how to get up and over. The ball will break slightly to his right. The break of the putt is not the difficulty. Judging the speed is. Earlier today, we saw Chi-Chi race it some 6 feet by from here.
Telestrator presented by Just for Men. Blends away gray in 5 minutes. The way you diagram that, all that's missing is a windmill or a dinosaur.
Well, we talked about it earlier. I think the slopes in the green, the ridges there, are probably a little more severe than they need to be.
Gary, Bob showed us some great touch with the bunker shot on the last hole. Let's see how his nerves are with this putt.
I'd say they're pretty good, Andy North. Oh, man.
Man, is this fun, guys?
He's having fun.
He really is. That was a great putt.
About every time you think the nerves are going to get to him, that the butterflies might, he responds.
Well, he's been there before, Jim. You know, last year he was in an 8-hole playoff with Orville Moody at the Showdown Classic out in Utah. He got in on an exemption there. It took the Sarge a long way to beat him.
He's watching. He's watching. Is it in? And it just slides by on that right-hand edge. Great reactions by Bob Murphy, who missed his, and then by Bob Bentley. Zarley, who actually, when he was taking his time off, Gary, was looking at videotapes of Weiskopf and Nicklaus at the U.S. Senior Open at Cherry Hills.
Well, he was, and what he found there was that he thought he should swing on a flatter plane, tried to do it, and said he couldn't hit a shot anywhere. Went back to his old swing, trying to get his left shoulder going under and the club going up more.
So the toughest thing some days is to finish rounds when you've had a chance to win and you get it going backwards. And you know, right now, Kermit's just struggling to get in.
Murphy's lie at 18. Ouch.
It's not that bad. He can hit almost anything he wants to, but there's no need to do anything more than just lay up. I'm sure he's taken like a 4-iron and try to hit it about 180, 190 yards. He's done that. He'll have a little longer shot than he thought on the tee, but it's still safe and he'll have a chance for a birdie.
So Murphy with his third shot coming up at the par 5 home hole, a hole he's birdied Friday and Saturday. Back to 17. Albus now to get it to within 1.
Shouldn't be much in this putt. I'm guessing just right edge of the hole. Huge, huge putt for Jim because he can knock the ball on the green on 18 and 2. Good confident stroke there, Garrett.
Certainly was, and he's got to like it right now, headed to that 18th hole.
Larry Gilbert, who just birdied 17, bunkered at 18, second shot.
You just take your poison here and swallow it. This way you make 6 or 7 if you try to get cute. Just a wedge or something. Just come out nicely.
Sit quick.
Have to bite just a little bit.
Bob Bentley with a terrific par at 17 to stay at -12. Jim Albus with a crucial birdie has drawn to within 1. Likewise, Murphy. What a finale.
Come on, let's get a cold one. Our total attendance for today's game.
Would you look at this beer line? I'm gonna go back.
What? Foul ball?
No, I'm not.
Foul ball! Foul ball! Out the way! I got it!
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down,
Make it 2 Bud Lights, please.
make it a Bud Light.
Hey, you got another ball?
The Cadillac DeVille has the safety answers, an anti-lock braking system, advanced airbag technology, and a 200 horsepower V8. DeVille also has the financial answers. Now you can receive a $3,000 special bonus from Cadillac when you purchase a new 1993 DeVille. Selection continues to diminish, so see your Cadillac dealer soon. Because a $3,000 bonus on the Cadillac DeVille makes a safe investment even safer.
Oh, no, not Fred Couples. Anyone but Fred. I'm still sore from the last time this guy hit me. Whoa, wait a minute, what was that? The Lynx Boom Boom driver? Oh, man, when did he start using that? This is gonna hurt worse than I thought. Maybe he'll miss. Yeah, he'll
Lynx Boom Boom Metal Woods. Good news for golfers, bad news for golf balls. Now available for women.
The last threesome has arrived on the tee at the par 5 home hole. Jane on the left, caddying for husband Bob. They live in Fish Haven, Idaho, about 2 hours outside of Salt Lake City. Albus, he has the honors after his birdie to get it to within 1.
With 2 good shots, Jim. Jim can knock this ball on the green. The key, though, is put it in the fairway. Give yourself a chance.
Rip it, Jim!
He's hit it hard. It's going a little bit left. May catch the rough.
Ooh, hard bounce. Hard bounce.
And behind the tree.
I don't think he'll have a prayer of reaching the green from there.
So Albus pulled his tee shot while we were away. Gary Koch speculating on Bob Bentley's club selection. Would he go with an iron, play it safe? Would he pull out the heavy lumber? Andy Norris said, boys, when it's your time to win, you go for it.
He definitely has the driver, man. A little uncomfortable, smart, re-tee it, get started all over again.
Start the routine, right?
Absolutely. As long as you get started from scratch, everything's fine.
You got to figure this is probably the most important tee shot that Bob Bentley has ever hit.
What's he looking for out there now,
Well,
Andy?
I think he's feeling like he doesn't have a level lie, Jim. He's just trying to get a place where he feels comfortable. Now, by going to the far left-hand side of the tee, I would think that he is thinking about playing a draw. In other words, you want to give yourself the most room to play the ball to the right by going to the far left-hand side of the tee.
I think so, Gary. I think he'd like to take this just inside the bunkers and hit it hard, and if it draws some, fine. If not, he'll be fine. The one place you don't want to go is too far right. He's pulled it.
First bounce was inside the gallery ropes.
And that is dangerously close to one of those huge evergreens.
Gary, that was the type of swing we saw last week at the end where he gets just a little quick and gets over it.
Meanwhile, up ahead, Larry Gilbert, 9 under par. Third shot coming up in the bunker off the tee.
He's got 140 yards out of the rough. He's got kind of a flyer. I'm sure he's just going to take a 9-iron and play it just to the right of the pin. 10, 12, 15 feet would just be great. Take his money and go home. Good swing, good looking shot. It's still got to get up, though. It may catch that bunker. Ooh, looked like it hit and bound down in it. I wish Murph had played this golf course last year. He'd have a better chance with this shot. This is the shot we've been speaking about all week. It takes local knowledge to get it all the way to the hole. He's got about 120, and it may very well be a 9-iron for him. Good angle. He's made a good swing at it. I think it's going to get up. Beautiful shot. Absolutely beautiful.
Murphy, pin high, 9 feet from the flag for a chance to tie Bob Bentley for the lead. Looking for his first win on the Senior PGA Tour, and the Gator breaks out in a Gator-like smile.
You're searching for solutions to problems that no one else could possibly understand.
Information, the access to the right information, is viewed as a competitive asset, a competitive edge.
Solutions that put mission-critical information systems in place faster and more effectively.
We're delivering lots of customer satisfaction that we hadn't been able to deliver before.
Software AG. You may not know us, but you should.
The Cadillac Eldorado has the performance answers to make driving enjoyable. A 200 horsepower V8, an electronically controlled transmission, and a speed-sensitive suspension. Eldorado also has the financial answers. because now you can lease a 1993 Eldorado for 24 months for only $469 a month with $21.93 down. And with terms like these, they're sure to go fast. See your Cadillac dealer soon for details.
At the Laporte Vineyards, owners Victor and Beth Laporte knew varietal grapes, but profit sharing and pension plans they knew little about. So they turned to someone who gave their financial needs the same care they accorded their wine, Dean Witter.
Where we invest is in the individual. What we invest is our time, our expertise, and our care.
So the Laportes can now not only enjoy success, they can taste it. Dean Witter.
We measure success one investor at a time.
You had a day to beat Hogan, Nicholas, Player, Norman, and Couples. But you've got a month to beat Tom Kite. Maybe that's why he's been practicing so hard. You see, this August is National Golf Month, and for 31 days, if you want a shot at Tom Kite, you've got it. Just see your local PGA professional for details, and then start practicing. You know Tom has.
Water sports of all sorts nearby. The canoe on serene Walden Pond, and some water skiing not far from this Nishotic Country Club. Picturesque 6,700 plus yards, home of the Bank of Boston Senior Golf Classic. Larry Gilbert in the bunker for the second time at the par 5 18th, and he'll have that for his par to get it into the house at 9 under. Ken Still finished up at 8. Gibby Gilbert and Chi-Chi at -10. Andy?
He's going to have to just pitch this ball out. He's got a decent lie. The big thing here is don't try to hit it too hard. Just go ahead and take your medicine, play a 5 or 6 iron and pitch it out. Maybe he'll run up so you still have a 160-yard shot. But if he tries to hit it hard, you catch a limb, you move on it, weird things can happen.
Well, he's got to be a little careful, too. He's making a bunch of different funny-looking practice swings, trying to worry about where the tree is in relation to his backswing. And I know as a player, having been in this situation before, it seems like you never quite take the club back in the place where you make the practice swing.
Why is that?
Your natural reaction is to make more of your normal swing. Right now, he's making a backswing that is well inside his normal swing. Got to gather yourself.
Just take a smaller swing.
That's
and not
exactly
try to
right,
hit it
Andy.
so hard. Just
That's
chip
it.
it out. Don't get cute. I mean, you still got, all you got to do is make par, maybe. You know, so.
Well, even if Murph makes his putt, par gets him into a playoff.
He's hit it too hard. It's going through the fairway to the right.
Oh no, no.
Bob Bentley, who's not made a mistake all day, makes it on the final hole of the tournament, hoping now that somehow he can salvage a par out of this 521-yard home hole. Up on the green, Murphy to tie for the lead.
10 or 15 years ago, you couldn't pick a better person to putt this putt.
Gale, lips pursed.
Can he still do it? Good looking putt. Oh, man, it broke just to the right.
Boy, he kissed the edge at 17, slides it by at 18. And he has no idea because he's been concentrating. That's Kimberly on the left. She looks close to tears right now. I don't think Murph has any idea what's going on with Bob Bentley. He's been so focused on his putt. Here's Gale's reaction as the putt just slides by. She said, come on. Ouch. Jim Albus' second shot, home hole. He's still in the game, guys.
Well, with an iron shot, I'm thinking he's definitely laying up, and to put it in the bunker, I just don't understand. You got to get that ball somewhere in play to allow yourself a third shot.
Larry Gilbert, this would be a great par for him, wouldn't it?
This is just to be his 10th place finish in the last 12 or 13 tournaments. More money toward that lifetime exemption. Oh, what a great par.
18th on the money list coming in. He'll earn a lot more cash for Larry Gilbert. In the Kentucky Golf Hall of Fame, finished up at 9 under.
This man can play. We've talked about it.
Murphy, for his par, he's in the clubhouse at 11 under. A 67 Friday with a hole-in-one, a 69 yesterday, and he closes with another 69. Will 11 under win it? Will 11 under play off? We'll know in the next 10 or 12 minutes. Boy, he came so close at 17 and at 18.
Yeah.
Now Zarley, who's limping in, has had 2 double bogeys today. One at 5 and another at 17.
He can knock it on the green. The ball's come out reasonably well, but it's left.
So Bob Murphy in the clubhouse at 11 under par. Jim Alba's in the bunker at 18 at 11 under par. And Betley's third shot, his lead is just 1 coming up.
Recently, the Suzuki 4-door Sidekick was voted best in its class in Canada. Pretty impressive. I mean, this is the great frozen north, the Yukon, rugged, untamed wilderness. We're even picking up a video as an adventure. So what if they call each other Hosehead and end every other sentence with A? It's an honor, and we're going with it.
Your local Suzuki dealer has Sidekicks for under $13,000. So stop in today. Suzuki, ask anyone who owns one.
Speeds in excess of 140 miles an hour on the water. Coming to Hampton's Mill Creek, Fort Monroe area. The 67th Annual Hampton Cup. The 1993 World Championships. See 9 classes of hydroplanes and runabouts compete on a 1.25-mile course. See defending national and high point champions from across the United States and Canada. 3 days, August 13th through the 15th. Noon to 5 each day. Admission is free. The Hampton Cup. Sponsored by Fridays on the Bay, Old Point National Bank, Subtle Motors, and the Daily Press.
Last season, they took it all. And now the Super Bowl champion Cowboys look invincible again. But the silver and black attack of the Raiders will try to cut them down to size. Saturday night, live on ESPN.
Bob and Jane Betley doing a little club cleaning there. Shot number 3 coming up, and it looks pretty wide open from behind Bob, Andy.
He did get fortunate, Jim, that there aren't any major trees. There's one limb that sticks out that's about 10 yards in front of him. He's got an 8-iron. It's just about where the ball ought to go with a normal 8-iron shot, so he's going to have to play some kind of shot here. But it's a very playable shot. I think he can handle it.
Well, he's switching clubs here now, Andy. Maybe a little bit of indecision. Looks like he's gone to a longer club.
I think he's looking at he went to maybe a 6 or 7, which I think is a better play. So he's obviously going to try to land this ball just short of the green and try to run it up.
Well, good news is he's thinking, so that's a plus, taking his time.
Good shot, Garrett. Well played. Great shot.
A 2-putt wins it. Bob Betley, the 53-year-old Utah native, and Bob Murphy checking over his scorecard. Jim Albus, 11 under par. Third shot.
90 yards, Jim. Just a good full sand wedge. Just make sure you don't catch any sand. He got a little bit.
Came out right, yeah.
So Albus will have to make that birdie to tie Betley. Here's Frank Beard with Bob Murphy.
Bob, that's just like old days, huh?
Well, it was heartbreak city there the last hole. I could not see that much break there, Frank. I'm disappointed, but I gave myself a chance. Importantly, I did.
Bob has hit the ball on the green out of trouble for his third shot. He has about a 20 or 30 footer to get down to. I know you can't pull against somebody, but something's going on in there.
You can't? No, I guess that's not fair. Well, he played well. He deserves it. I coughed up a couple of putts today, and you know, I'm doing an awful lot of things right, Frank, and I just feel like the last few weeks, a couple of putts here, a couple of putts there, and then you're smiling.
Well, you and I both know for your first tournament win, 2-putting from any distance can be a little bit shaky.
That's very true, but I imagine he's under control. We'll wait.
Let's watch.
Where's Albus?
Zarley continues to struggle.
It's a tough little shot. He's got a pretty good line in the rough. Again, just get the right speed. He's killed it.
Aerial coverage provided by the MetLife blimp. Inherent stability, slow cruising speed, hovering capabilities, an excellent camera platform. Pilots today, Mike Fitzpatrick and Hunter Harris, and of course, Snoopy is alongside. After this Bank of Boston Classic coverage, the MetLife blimp heads off to Cape Cod to participate in an aerial study of whales. Maybe Nantucket. the family Murphy. Bob, Kimberly, and Gail. He tied for second earlier this year at the Burnett Senior Classic in the Twin Cities. Tied for third, Bob did, at the Doug Sanders and the Bell Atlantic. Looking perhaps at second place again. First is 1:12.5. If Bob Bentley wins, it'll be the biggest check of his career ever. Albus, of course, has won earlier this year in Gary Koch's hometown of Tampa. To tie, a field goal effort by Albus.
Cal, but guys have knocked these kind in before. Remember Hale Irwin a few years ago at the U.S. Open. If you give yourself a chance, there's always that possibility.
Putt of some 65 feet coming uphill, be moving from Jim's right to left.
Get it there.
Did he get it there? No.
From golf balls to baseballs, John Olerud continues to flirt with 400 for the Toronto Blue Jays. ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. John Miller and Joe Morgan will be there at the Sky Dome. The Blue Jays are in first, a full game up over the Red Sox, 2 up over the Yankees and the Orioles. The Brewers won last night 7-1. Bones, the right-hander, 6-8. Goes against Hetkin, the right-hander, 13-5. Join John and Joe tonight, ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, 8 o'clock Eastern. Zarley on the green at 18.
I believe that Bob is actually the way Kermit's going to putt out to make sure that he gets in and give Bob his due.
Get in there one time. All right, Kermit.
So Zarley with a birdie at 18 at 5 under. Finishes up with a 4 over par, 76. Bentley, if Bob 2 putts, he wins.
Yeah, and as Frank Beard was talking about with Bob Murphy, sometimes trying to 2-putt can be very difficult. You kind of gear yourself. Your mindset is you try to make putts. Now all of a sudden his mindset is just get this thing close. A lot of times players will leave these putts well short. Get going, get going.
You mean exactly like that?
Exactly like that. I'm telling you, I've seen it happen many, many times. How about Walt Zimbrisky just a few weeks ago in Kansas City, 54th hole. Did exactly that, came up way short.
He's outside of Albus's mark.
Well, I tell you what, it just gets that much tougher. That much tougher. Andy North, can you tell the exact distance?
Gary, I think it's close to 5 feet. He was going up quite a bit of hill.
Yeah.
And you get a little too careful.
That's exactly right. Your mind is programmed to try to make putts, not to try to just get the ball close.
But he's right here that if you'd have said he'd have a 5-footer to win the tournament yesterday, he'd love to have this putt. So it's how he handles it mentally.
Well, the good news is even if he misses it, he's still going to have a chance.
If he makes it, he wins. Jim Albus knows the feeling. Kermit Zarley has yet to win, and finally a kiss and a hug from wife Jane. They'll be celebrating in Fish Haven, Idaho tonight. Bob's first victory ever, the former motorcycle policeman.
Guys, if that isn't gut check, I've never seen anything better.
He looks like he could use an oxygen mask right now. Albus for the cash.
Big putt here now. If he makes it, he ties Bob Murphy for second. Misses it, and Bob Murphy finishes second alone.
Oh. He spent some cash there. Albus will finish up at 10 under par with a final round of 70. He ties for third with Gibby Gilbert and Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi equaled his course record. Bob Bentley the winner. We will talk with Bob and wife Jane when we come back to the Neshati Country Club. Today's final round live coverage of the Bank of Boston Senior Golf Classic has been brought to you by Cadillac, changing the way you think about American automobiles. By Bank of Boston, put our strength to work for you. By Lynx. Lynx, because golf club selection is everything. And by Just for Men, the leader in men's hair coloring. Blends away gray in 5 minutes. We'll come back to Nishadik after this.
The Cadillac DeVille has the safety answers, an anti-lock braking system, advanced airbag technology, and a 200 horsepower V8. DeVille also has the financial answers. Now you can receive a $3,000 special bonus from Cadillac when you purchase a new 1993 DeVille. Selection continues to diminish, so see your Cadillac dealer soon. Because a $3,000 bonus on the Cadillac DeVille makes a safe investment even safer.
They say that youth is wasted on the young, which may be why more and more people are saving it until they're 50. Portfolio 50. A special banking relationship with people 50 and over. From the bank that's listening, Bank of Boston.
I really didn't want my husband to color his gray hair.
But then I discovered this, the hair coloring called Just for Men.
And now he looks better than ever.
Simply apply Just for Men and in 5 minutes rinse. Just for Men blends away the gray for a totally natural look. No wonder 8 out of 10 women prefer the Just for Men look to the gray look.
It's like you took off 10 years.
And in just 5 minutes.
Just for Men. She'll love the way you look.
What a day they gave us here in the final round of this Bank of Boston Senior Golf Classic. Chichi went out and equaled the course record. He made a run. Likewise, Gibby, who closed quickly with a 66. All he did was birdie the first 3 holes. Albus, he got to within 1 of the lead with a birdie at 17 before bogeying 18 and falling back. And Murphy closed with a flourish. Bob Bentley hung on in trouble every shot until he got to the green. And his approach putt left himself a testy little 5.5 footer. He rammed it into the heart of the hole, and he hung on to win by 1, his first ever victory. Larry Loretti, DeWitt Weaver, friends on the tour. Good friends out on the tour, a lot of camaraderie. They help each other. Bob looks like he's still shell-shocked, doesn't he?
Well, he does, and it's a great feeling, I can promise you, Jim. That first win is the toughest.
Sports Center will be coming up in just a couple of minutes. They'll follow, of course, the battle in the American League East pennant race. Blue Jays on top by a full game over the Red Sox. The Yankees and the Orioles trail by 2. NFL preseason highlights. Jim McMahon did well for the Vikings yesterday. And they're making out that check, $112,500 in the name of Bob Bentley. That'll go a long way in Fish Haven, Idaho. Man that was born and raised in Montana. Bob played football and baseball and basketball and good golf, Frank.
If I didn't have all this stuff on, I'd give you a big. I think I'll give you a big hug.
I'll take it.
There's absolutely no feeling like this.
Oh, you know, coming up that 18th hole when I was on that green, I'll tell you what, it was, and the gallery, I mean, you know, I've hit it at Utah and a million other places I played, but this was just the greatest. It just absolutely a home run, and I'll tell you what a doll.
We got a team here, huh?
Oh, God.
What a great team this week.
Oh, baby, I'll tell you, it was just great.
And nothing's sinking in now, can it?
Well, nothing yet. I just
How about the hard work and all the shoulders and the everything?
You know, it just finally, all of a sudden, it's just kind of turning around. I mean, it just, you know, I worked and worked and worked and worked, and then all of a sudden it's coming together. And I want to thank Cheech. I mean, you know, I had a bunker shot out there, and Cheechy showed me a few weeks back in Houston how to hit that bunker shot, and I'll tell you what, Cheechy, thank you very kindly, sir.
We got to go to Indy North now.
Ayers Trepanovic, chairman of the Bank of Boston. What a finish.
It was fantastic. You know, this is the first year for us in this tournament, which was just great. The crowds were great. The players were great. Great finish. And it's only fitting, I guess, that Bob Bentley wins his first tournament the first year of our sponsorship.
Kel, heck of a tournament.
Heck of a bank to step up and sponsor this event. Cadillac and your local Cadillac dealer have proudly presented the Senior PGA Tour. Our ESPN golf team on the move will be at the Fred Meyer Challenge, 2-day coverage. So we hope you'll join us. Mark it down on Monday, August the 23rd. Bob Betley, the ex-motorcycle policeman, who never took up the game of golf until he was 28. His brothers knocked at his door at 6 o'clock in the morning and said, "We're going out and play golf." Bob said, "I told them they were crazy," but he went out, he rented some clubs, and he birdied the first hole he ever played on a public golf course. Then he went to the police department and said, "I'd like to work from 6 until 2 in the morning."